Hey everybody, how are you doing today? Welcome to the card reveal live stream. I'm Alec Dawson. I'm a game designer on Team 5, and today I'm joined by Crip. Crip, how are we doing today?
Hey guys, how's it going? Kriparian here. Oh man, it's exciting. We got lots of cool cards to show you guys. It's going to be a big day for you Hearthstone fans out there. Getting ready to play some interesting decks for you guys. Again, I have not seen a lot, like actually any of these cards we're about to play. So we're on the same page. We're going to rock it, and I'm going to show you guys what the future for Hearthstone is going to look like.
Yeah, we got about 38 cards to show today. So, we got quite a bit. There's still a ton of new cards to show all along the live stream. Now, before that though, Crip, what has been your favorite card so far, or a few cards in Scholomance Academy?
Um, Oh man, there's so many. I actually feel you guys did an exceptional job. It's always tough with the mid-year expansions because like the first expansion sets the identity and the third one closes it out. The middle's like, probably the biggest challenge development-wise. And I keep looking through the cards. The dual class is fantastic. The Soul Shard mechanic with Warlock and Demon Hunter is so inspiring to play because, the Quest Warlock's one of my favorite decks already. If I had to really pick it, though, it would be a mechanic. I really like Spellburst because it's not just a mechanic that you're tackling by itself. You really have to go back and see all these cards that were like maybe good, kind of played. The fact that a card would be a spell is now a trigger for all these new cards. So you really got to go back and double take on all these old cards that maybe were played, maybe not played. It's not just the cards we're getting, it's really how they kind of mesh with the old stuff.
Yeah, for those of you that are catching up, Spellburst is the brand new keyword in Scholomance Academy. It's a one-time only effect after you cast a spell. It's one of those things we haven't necessarily done before, these one-time triggers on minions and weapons, but it allowed us to do some crazy stuff. I think we're going to see some Spellburst effects today that are, pretty up there in terms of how crazy you can get when it's only one time. It's not every time you cast a spell. It opens up a lot of design space there. And as you're saying, I actually really love this whole fragment stuff because that's a perfect way to blending Demon Hunter and Warlock as their dual class. It's personally my favorite dual class out of the bunch. Do you have a favorite dual class though?
A favorite dual class?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I never really thought of it that way because I guess you're a card designer. You took the lead on this project, so I'm sure you think of it that way. But as a player, I kind of see it more as not just it's certainly cool that they're dual class cards, but the way that I see it is you have more flexibility within the class because you're never playing two classes at once. The way that I see it is like each class is getting more legendaries in this expansion. Each class is getting more epics and rares in this expansion. So the amount of cards your favorite class is going to have in its arsenal is going to be higher than any expansion before, thanks to the dual class mechanic. That's kind of how I perceive it.
Yeah, and I think that's a great way of looking at it. You now have access to 14 cards instead of 10, so you just have more to build with inside of your own class, and it really allowed us to do some crazy combinations, though, with the mechanics. I'm sure we'll see some stuff today, some brand new dual class cards as well. Last but not least, there is a final cycle of cards in Scholomance Academy, our studies cards. We've seen a few of them so far. You get to discover a thing, and then your next thing of that type is going to cost one less.
Yeah, I mean, they're really cool cards. They're not cards just like, oh my god, this is the craziest thing ever, but they're cards that really make gameplay flow a lot better. You have a lot more turns where you're playing on the fly. You have a lot more turns with like fewer, mana you're not utilizing. So, they're not like the most exciting cards ever, but they're great cards for actually, flowing gameplay. And maybe we'll experience some of that today.
Yeah, you get to plan out your turn a little bit, You're on turn 1, you're like, oh, what am I going to do on turn 3 or 4, depending on which study card I'm playing, and sort of plan that out, get prepared for that card. Looks like we're almost ready to hop into gameplay here, though. We're going to have a number of matches today. We're going to be going up against Chalky himself with a bunch of decks. Crip, are you ready?
I'm ready. We're going to start off by playing Mage, and man, Chalky's always the opponent on these.
It's
He
kind of
always
hard,
close
right?
to 50-50s us. I mean, it's a lot of responsibility in the end. Looks like Chalky's going to be playing a Demon Hunter. And we get some of the new additions here. So Magic Trick's obviously an old card. Lab Partner Now, this card was revealed a few days ago. I love this card. Such a powerful card, and it's going to do so well with the spell damage mechanic. And we have a Worm Weaver here. So we're going to get 2 mana worms on the spell burst effect on this one. I kind of want to try it, but it's a 5-cost card. I don't know how adventurous I'm feeling.
Yeah, this looks to be sort of our tempo mage deck. Mana Wormweaver, at sort of the top end of that. But if you're able to stick those mana worms for a turn, you play Evocation, something along those lines, you can really pop off.
It's just Demon Hunters, Demon Hunters.
Yeah, okay, all right, let's throw it away. But we're keeping the 1-drop. 1 mana, 1/3, pretty good, right?
The longer we stay in this game, the more new cards we will play. We got to play the long game, okay? We got to play the long game. All right, what else do we get? We got Sorcerer's Substitute here as well. 6 for a 6/6 battlecry. If you have spell damage, summon a copy of this. Wow. Okay, that's pretty nice. We got Shinvala from the previous expansion, Firebrand. So Firebrand is a 3 for a 3/4 with Spell Burst, deal 4 damage, randomly split across all enemy minions. So that's going to hit minions. This is kind of like the Flame Waker, but not face.
Yes, Flame Waker, but not face. The original name there was Flame Sleeper. We originally imagined this card as being sleeping in class and then waking up and dealing damage kind of randomly to people.
Well, the only issue we're experiencing here is we got no spells. Ooh, what's this?
Yeah,
Demon
right
Companion. Summon a random Demon Companion.
Hey, I got you, friend.
So that's another Demon Hunter card. We took Animal Companion, and we're like, what if there's different version of them? They're demons. So they're all 1 mana versions of those Animal Companions. And here's Kolek, your other mains have +1 attack, but it's a 1 mana, 1/2.
Kolek spells out Leok minus a K, right? Or does Leok have 1K?
Well, there's
100%.
There's 2 Ks there, yeah. All the names you'll see on those are actually based on the older names as well.
So similar, but not exact.
Mm-hmm.
What else can we expect from the? This is obviously not a card we can see the outcomes. You'd have to tell us here. You spill the beans, Alec. What else do we got?
Yeah, we got a 1 mana 2/2 taunt and then a 2/1 charge. So you can still go face. You can roll Huffer.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Refa, actually.
Wand Maker. So add a random 1-cost spell from your class to your hand. It's going to be pretty nice. I wish I had one of those. This is going to be a tough turn here. So we have the Primordial Studies. Discover a spell damage minion. Your next one costs 1 less, right? And we kind of want to play the Firebrand. This is the dilemma with Spell Burst, right? Because if I play the Firebrand, I'm not going to get the Spell Burst effect. The Demon Hunter is definitely going to remove it, right? So we can't really do that. We have to save that for next turn. So I guess we just play Shinvala for the body.
Get the body out there, yep. We definitely want to activate that Spell Burst next turn.
Mm-hmm. And I guess we can technically get a spell damage minion that would cost 0 because we have the new spell damage mage minion that costs 1. So this would discount it to 0, and perhaps if we get that, we can play the double sorcerer substitute.
It looks like
Mana Feeder and Thara.
He's not going to let us 6 Shambhala though, so it sets us up rather nice for this turn too. Yeah, Mana Feeder, Panthara. If you use your hero power this turn, draw a card. Pretty good in Demon Hunter with the 1 mana hero power. But there's some other stuff we'll see later as well in other classes that this synergizes quite well with.
River Crocolisk is crying.
Yes, it may be.
Okay, let's get this Firebrand.
Do you like the magic trick now instead?
Do I like the what?
The magic trick that we drew instead of the
the magic trick. I kind of want to know where I am with the spell damage minion so I can prepare my turn for the substitute. Like, I really want to get a cheap spell damage minion, and we did.
There he is. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to get the lab partner. And we're going to get the spell burst effect. And if you caught it there, the spell burst icon went away from the bottom, so he no longer has a spell burst effect. You can kind of tell that way. We're not going to play the lab partner, I think, because I think a Demon Hunter would be a bit wary of a spell damage minion on the board at any time, because I imagine Chalky, helping develop this expansion, probably knows that spell damage minions are really dangerous in the Mage deck.
He might know what they know too, and also it gives us that turn 6 if we for that big swing. It's gonna be pretty hard for Demon Hunter to take out 2 6/6s. So
this is Shima,
Shima.
the Misha equivalent. This it looks a lot more diabolical than the fuzzy little bear, though. Oh man. Oh, what was that other one?
Yeah,
Fell
also a brand new card.
Guardians. Summon 3 1/2 demons with taunt. Cost 1 less whenever a friendly minion dies. So, what is the original cost of that?
That costs 7. So and then
It costs 7. Okay.
Yes.
So he's had it in his hand for a while.
Yeah,
Okay.
he might have started with it. His minions die. It's helping Demon Hunter's token synergy, so he might be playing some other token cards later on in the game too.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking of playing Magic Trick, seeing if I can discover a spell to just clean this up. I imagine a Demon Hunter with a lot of minions is a bit difficult to deal with, so let's give that a try. Okay. We gotta learn Demonic. Frostbolt. Frostbolt's a bit weak, I think.
Maybe it's just Horn Draconic, Arcane Intellect afterwards.
I learned Tronic, yeah. I think we'll give that a try. And just Arcane Intellect to get it going.
Wake up.
Ooh, let's see what we got. So I'm not going to play the spell damage card because I think it's going to die, and I do want the tempo double 6/6. We got Mozaki. So after you cast a spell, gain +1 spell damage. This is one of the first cards in the reveal cycle, I believe. Difficult to see the power level of this card because you obviously need to stick around for a while, and whether you can actually keep it on the board is going to be a difficult task. We got Cram Session, draw a card improved by spell damage. Interesting.
Also plays pretty well with Lab Partner as well. Play Lab Partner on 1, Cram Session on 2. Not too bad.
Draw an outcast card from your deck. Oh boy. Oh boy. That guarantees the outcast because it's the last one drawn.
Man,
so if you're not running many outcast cards, there's some real combos you can pull off there, huh?
Yeah, but we need some AoE right now, don't we? Look at that, he's starting to build up his board a little bit.
I feel like we still drop the stats on the board. I'm still a fan of Lab Partner Sorceress Substitute. Plus, I want to hear if there's some cool sound effect when this goes off. Okay, so I need to have a spell damage minion in play when this plays a battle cry effect. So we have to play the spell damage first, and then the sorceress. Okay.
Yeah, pretty good. If you have that, if you're already kind of rolling with that tempo, like that this deck can play out, you can sometimes just play it on 6. You have spell damage minions already around. Pretty good play.
I also really like this because we're gonna lose one.
Wow. I mean, Ray of Frost is really good for us, right? That's the one I kind of want to keep.
Well, one of the cards in the hand, he's not going to see. I'd really like to see which card he doesn't know I have, but I guess that's not something that we're going to learn, right?
Because if we were able to Ray of Frost after the Wormweaver, that's pretty good. There's a number of good things we can do there.
Oh wow, he's actually killing the spell damage minion. Okay.
So he definitely saw the Cram Session. That's what I'm gonna...
That's a pretty good card.
Yeah, I think this is just the time for it, right?
I think I'm gonna Ray of Frost the Star Student, just so we don't have to deal with it.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Mastery takes dedication.
I wonder if I should double Ray of Frost it. If I Ray of Frost it next turn, it'll die pretty soon.
Why not just kill the board, right? I mean, it is Wormweaver, but yeah, let's just get rid of everything. Let's go.
Let's do it. Plus more spells, we're gonna get that dragon going. Oh, Ross seems larger than the other cards. Does he grow in size on the board or anything?
He shouldn't. Maybe that is the legendary frame, coming in right there. But he definitely demands a large presence
in a future expansion
on the board, right? So.
All right. So we got Wand Maker. Man, I'd love some Wand Makers in this deck. I wonder if we have any.
Yeah, Wand Maker is one of those cards. Actually, came a bit later. We were looking for something kind of like Cobalt Spellkin, and we're doing Spell Burst, and just fits in really well with a bunch of those cards.
Hey,
so we have a Voracious Reader here. At the end of your turn, draw until you have 3 cards. Oh wow, so this is like Jeeves. Was Jeeves 3 or 4? It's been so long.
Jeeves was actually 4.
Okay.
She's pretty. Yeah, she's scary. If she gets going, I think she's one of those like must-kill targets. You know, 1 mana. It's only 1/3, so we can take care of it. But I think we definitely should this turn.
Should I be greedy with Evocation here and just get rid of the hand? The thing with Evocation is, if I use Evocation now, I'll be able to get the dragon. Otherwise, I probably won't.
So you're thinking just Evocation? You don't want to play the Wormweaver? Because I think that's actually how we're gonna finish this game out. You know, if we like.
Okay. He is pretty behind on tempo on the board, so if we can get those mana worms to stick, it'll be pretty good.
We could just. I might use a 6/6, yeah, just to take that out. It's pretty scary.
I think I actually want to protect the mana worms at all costs.
Oh, do you want to trade here too?
I'm thinking of a trade here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because the truth is, he's probably going to focus Ross here, and if he does, the mana worms are probably going to get him with Evocation.
And next turn we get to Frostwall Face, we get to play Evocation, and then we just get to hopefully pop off with those mana worms. So that's the power of what Wormweaver can do. You know, you set up a board where they can't respond to it, and then you can just really get going.
I have to say, though, it's really Ross that bailed us out here. I think if it wasn't for Ross, we would be dead. So, the Wormweaver just come in and stealing the glory, as far as I'm concerned.
Ross cleared the entire board, you know.
A few times.
Yeah, deserves some of the attention there.
Man, I feel so powerful. Okay.
Yeah,
Did we give Chalky a weaker deck? Is this how we balance the skill difference?
Hey, he's playing Demon Hunter, so this is the way it goes. I think we're just pointing that thing face to start, right?
Yeah. When would we not play a Frostbolt face in this situation, right? So let's just throw it in and see what Evocation decides we should get. Wonder if we'll pick up any new spells here. Let's have a look. So, Tome of Intellect, Elemental Allies, Power Creation, Potion of Illusion. Add 1/1 copies of minions to your hand. They cost 1. Oh, that seems fun.
Yeah.
We got a Blizzard. I kind of want to play that, but the problem is our hand is full right now.
We only need to play a couple of the 1 mana spells and I think he's just dead at that point, right?
Sure, let's go. I'm mesmerized by what I can do here, all right? Let me have my fun. Ooh, Missiles is good. I'll just drop that, because there's no chance of not playing it. Oh god, I'm roping! Rope's my worst enemy. Oh, that's pretty good too, I guess.
Pretty good turn, you know? Make an 8/3 mana worm. Not bad. Yeah. Alright, so first match, you know, we're able to take down Chalky as playing on the Demon Hunter, playing that token style Demon Hunter, but a lot of power in that Tempo Mage, right?
I gotta be real honest. I feel like we were not kind to Chalky. I think Chalky got the short end of that one. All right, so what do we have here? These are the cards that are newer in some of these decks, and maybe we didn't quite see. So Brain Freeze. This card was revealed recently. I didn't get to see. I actually really wanted to play this card. This is one of the favorites of mine. Because the deal 3 on the combo and freeze like an emergency situation, it just feels like such a fitting card. And being in both Rogue and Mage again feels so fitting. Like this, was this like one of the first like concepts of a dual class card, or was it just one of the masterpieces?
It was actually an early concept of like freeze with combo and how those two can intersect in an interesting way. You know, give freeze to Rogue, that changes things up quite a bit, right? We actually had the damage first and then combo freeze, but we found the card plays a lot better when the freeze is actually first and then the damage is secondary.
Okay, well I think that's a good one. Trick Golem. So we did not end up playing this card. This is a totem. So Totem Shamans Rejoice, perhaps. At the end of your turn, cast a random spell that costs 3 or less. So if you're playing this, wow, it can hit like a lot of secrets and stuff. I wonder what the expected result is, but I mean, it seems like a powerful card. I wonder how strong it's going to be in Mage.
Another totem. You know, we knew we wanted to do a totem in Shaman Mage, right? And then the element for Mage here is playing into some of that randomness, some of that casino-esque, and giving shamans an opportunity to lead into that if they want to.
Well, they certainly can now. Wormweaver, that was the final push in that last match. Obviously, not too much needs to be said about this card, except for, again, you got to be cautious with those spell bursts. You might not necessarily want to drop this on 5. It's going to be dead if you do that, I imagine.
Only a 3/6, so
yeah,
it's kind of hard to keep alive. We also saw Sorcerer Substitute. I think that's one of the cards, you have this spell damage archetype, not only in Mage, but also in Shaman. So that's one, the neutral piece there that can fit in a bunch of different spell damage decks. And Shaman and Mage play it a bit differently. I really like how that card can play out, nice tempo if you are able to play it on 6.
I mean, it's a huge tempo push. Certainly people are going to have to start thinking again about what spell damage cards they can include, right? Like, we've seen metas in the past where even Blood Mage Thalnos was in just about every deck. A lot of these spell damage neutrals are pretty marginal, and the Sorcerer Substitute is a neutral card itself. I wonder if it's going to make lists that aren't even playing decks with too many spells just because of the tempo involved.
Anything else here catch your eye on these ones? I know we actually didn't get to draw Steward of Scrolls as well.
No, we did not. Neutral spell damage. So the Battlecry discovers a spell. It's an elemental. The elemental synergy, at least in standard, is not that relevant right now. But nevertheless, it's an elemental. It's one of those like value cards. It's probably a bit difficult to see this as like, play this and then play a spell to get the effect right away, because on 5 mana, it's a bit tough to really put with a choice spells, and usually you're looking for like board clears. So it's a bit tough to use this as a spell damage minion, but it has the value angle as well, so seems rather good in that sense.
Yeah, there's like shades of Azure Drake there, right? And here's the other side. Some of the cards we did not get to see on the Demon Hunter side. One of those cards that stands out to me, Chalky may have been holding on to it, but that's Blood Herald. This is one of the centerpieces of that token deck.
Yeah, when a friendly minion dies while this is in your hand, gain +1/+1. Man, that is not a card you want to top deck later.
No, it's not. We've had some crazy Blood Heralds though in our games, honestly. Like 5 mana. It's 5 mana. It's actually sometimes like pretty fair if you just play to 5 mana. It could be like an 8/8 at times. But later in the game, if you just hang on to it, I've seen 20/20 Blood Heralds in some of our playtests.
Yeah, the tricky part with so first off, this is not just a Demon Hunter card. This is a Demon Hunter and Hunter card. The tricky part in Demon Hunter specifically that I can see is Outcast, right? A lot of the time you have a card like all the way at the back of the hand that you just need to push out in order to play the cards with Outcast right next to them. It's kind of like that second last or third last Outcast in your hand that you want to push out. So there's certainly, like, I love these situations where it's like a huge upside to save it, but then it's a downside to save it, right? These conflict mechanics. You really get to use your big brain, your player skill to really figure out the best way forward. So what else we got? We got
it's some
Vile-Fiend Trainer. 4/4/5/4, pretty good stats. Outcast 2/1/1 demons, just more token stuff. And the Reader, why don't you tell us about that? Did bringing Jeeves back to the meta kind of play into designing this card?
It was something we definitely talked about, that comparison to Jeeves. I mean, she's aggressive. Put this in an aggressive deck, you want to draw a bunch of cards. You have to make sure your deck is definitely on the low end in terms of the curve. But if you get Voracious Reader going, it's one of those must-kill targets, right? It's only a 1/3 for 2 mana, but it can generate so much card draw in your deck if you're able to build your deck with it in mind. It's one of those things that opens up a lot of new aggressive deck possibilities, for sure. She's pretty strong. I like her a lot.
Yeah, the more I look at this card, the more I'm actually terrified of its power level. I feel like this will add juice to any deck that couldn't play aggro before, because if you're just playing like a straight 1-drop filled aggro deck, it's so hard to actually beat this card, because a lot of people play Hearthstone over the years. A lot of people remember Jeeves. Jeeves is a 4-drop card, and it drew both players until 4, but it was so good that aggro players played it anyway, right? That's insane. This card it's only you. It's only you. It only goes to 3, but it's a 2-drop. It's not a 4-drop, it's a 2-drop. So, like, it's so hard to deal with these type of cards because they're always played in hyper aggro decks. So, you know, your opponent, he usually can't kill everything that you have, and he's staring down, like, you know, a bunch of like 3/2 minions to kill a 1/3 because it's gonna cause him to lose the game if he doesn't. It's like, okay, I'll kill the 1/3, but then I'll take so much more damage from the other cards. So this is gonna be a popular card, guys. You're gonna play a lot against this one.
Yeah, she can be really scary. Like, for all the reasons you just laid out, she can definitely be quite terrifying.
And the Mana Feeder, we saw that. Pretty nice card. As one would expect. River Crocolisk. Peppa Hens.
Plays better in Demon Hunter because, you know, you have the 1-mana hero power. But there's also some other synergies where you can reduce the cost of your hero power as well in the set. So Mana Feeder from Panthara is one of those maybe unassuming cards at first, but there's a lot of interesting things that can come with it. You know, sometimes it plays well in Hunter too. You deal 2 damage, draw a card, 4 mana, you're like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sad we didn't get to see a few of these cards, but fortunately, our next match, once again against Chalky, we are going to be playing as Hunter. So perhaps we have some of these cards as well. Maybe we can give them a try. Maybe we have Blood Herald in our deck. Let's have a look.
Victory or death! Let the hunt begin.
Oh, here we go.
New cards already, yeah.
Bloated Python, 3 for... Oh, we have limited time here, guys. Okay, we're going to delve in, but limited time. Okay, so 3 for a 1/2. It's a beast. Its Death Rattle gives a 4/4 hapless handler. Okay, Teacher's Pet, 4/5 taunt. Death Rattle, summon a random 3-cost beast. We're up against Warrior. Now, the Warriors play so many different ways. I don't even know. I guess we'll just drop that because it costs 5 mana. And we have a secret here. When a friendly minion... Okay, we know that one. Okay, good.
Yeah, Pack Tactics and Blow the Python's a pretty good combo right there. That's something.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that.
Definitely keep that around.
The thing is, though, who designed these decks? Did Chalky have some say in? Like, does Chalky? Is this our only secret? Is he gonna know?
He might know. He might know.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay,
we'll see
fine.
if it give us the benefit
I'll
of
give
the
it a
doubt.
try, but my faith is not on the high side that this will actually fool him.
Oh, he's playing Pirates though. Okay, so he might be a little faster than us. We're gonna be a bit slow.
Krolusk, Bark Stripper. 4 for a 3/5. It's also a beast. Spell Burst, destroy a random enemy minion. That's a deadly shot on a beast.
Yeah, Hunter has some spell burst cards of their own. You know, we're gonna see some more spell oriented Hunter cards as well. So there's little things they can do, but they're definitely like able to take out boards pretty efficiently with some of their spell burst minions.
Quickly.
What do you think here?
Now, often,
are we passing? You think?
man, I don't know the deck, so I guess we're passing. Like, if this deck has otherwise small beast cards, then I'd probably coin the Ingenuity, but I don't know, right? We're going in blind on this one, so we'll have to see. I kind of want to play the new cards, but I feel. Oh no, okay.
Okay.
Slow
Not bad for
turn.
us, yeah. It's gonna be a value-oriented matchup here.
I'm thinking we play the Pack Tactics, but if we play the Pack Tactics and he attacks face, he probably knows that it's Pack Tactics. But then, I don't know.
I like getting
This
one
is a
down.
tough one.
You know, maybe one down now and play the Bloated Python. It could still be a little hard for Keaton, you know. Maybe we do draw that Teacher's Pet later, we coin into that, and then put up a taunt.
I mean,
so
there's
we can't really
another
decide.
play here. We can coin out the Bark Stripper, because, I mean, yeah, he might kill one of them. He's not going to kill 2 of them.
True.
And the fact that he wants to kill one might mean it'll actually go off on a later turn, because the Spell Burst minions, it's really tough to get, like, secondary turn value off of them.
And another pretty slow turn, right?
Overwhelm. Deal 2 damage to a minion, deal 1 more damage for each beast you control. Okay. I guess maybe there are a lot of small beasts in this deck.
Sometimes you play Unleash the Hounds with that as well, so something along those lines, right?
The way that I like to play games is super greedy, so I'm going to play this super greedy. Let's go.
So the Hapless Handler, if you look at the art, he's actually stuck inside that Python, so you can kind of see him trying to fight his way out.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice little detail there.
Hapless handler. I imagine he's not like a beast or anything. He's just a guy, right? Is he like a dwarf?
He's
Hunters
a
love
gnome.
dwarves.
Yeah, he's
a gnome. Okay.
He's gotten himself into this situation.
Oh, new weapon art. Reaper's Scythe. 4 for a 4/2 spell burst. Also damages adjacent minions this turn. Wow, that's actually insane. Okay.
So do
Now,
the teacher's pet there might be pretty good because it won't be automatically killed.
The cleave is probably something that he can plan, right? Like it's not like the next hit; it's whenever he decides to place a spell. So I'm not so sure we can really fool him here, but we can get probably pack tactics value.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Fortunately, we can't take out.
Whoa!
Oh no!
I actually misclicked.
It's okay. We'll be fine.
Okay, that's my bad. How do we salvage this? Do we overwhelm?
I don't know. We don't really want the 3/3 diving griffin though, right? We're not getting our max value there. I might just run the diving griffin in, save the overwhelm, and just call it a loss, and we'll get back to it, right?
Okay, I guess we'll call it a loss. All right, my bad, guys. My bad. Sorry, I papagoed that one. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We're good. We're good.
We're saving coin for the inevitable king crush that we generate, or something like that, right?
It's mostly that we want to not lose the pack tactics on a 4/1. I think.
I'll show you who's boss.
With like no death rattle or anything. Okay, here we go.
Someone's gotta lead the
We're gonna force a swing at least.
So I'm pretty familiar with this kind of pirate warrior deck. Oh, and the fact that we didn't do damage seems to actually be a benefit. And pack tactics did not provide much value. Man, this gnome is pretty disgruntled.
He's been in there for a little bit, you know. It's kind of hard. Also, Terran off the top
Ooh,
too.
Terran, that would have been nice earlier.
Okay, so now we know we're not getting that value, but what are we thinking?
I kind of want to drop some of the board away, but I don't know the best way to do that.
You can just Bark Stripper and Overwhelm. You'll take out two things, right?
Okay, I guess we'll do that. Yeah, I'll just overwhelm the biggest one. That doesn't really matter, because with a 1 health risky stripper, there's not any value. Might as well trade it in to get the 1 damage.
See, next turn
I don't like our position here. This Pirate Warrior's got a lot of cards. Oof.
We can still go Teacher's Pet, Coin Pack Tactics. That's gonna be pretty good. Spellburst on the weapon's gone, right? So I think this deck usually tries to aim to creating those board states that are just very difficult for the opponent to deal with. You know, lots of death rattles that are gonna be creating minions, and then just getting really sticky boards overall.
And I think that archetype is naturally very difficult for warriors to deal with, but they do have a lot of new tools this expansion, including Dr. Krastinov. So whenever this attacks, give your weapon +1/+1. So we got to get rid of that now.
He's actually hanging on to the charge too, not hitting our face, so probably knows that we're planning something, at least up to some things. I think whatever we do, we want to take out Krasnov this turn, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Scavengers to start, Overwhelm, something like that.
Well, if he's not going face, I kind of hesitate to play like a Teacher's Pet, so let's see what we get from the deck. A Griffin. Do we want to just like YOLO a Griffin just to hit him for 6 and draw?
It's not that bad, right? You can Overwhelm, Griffin first, see what we get.
Yeah, let's Griffin first. Maybe there's some new small rush cards we can utilize here. Nope. Same old stuff. Alright, let's Overwhelm. I don't want to deal with an ever-increasing Scythe just slamming my face in the endgame, so...
No. We're also not that far off from Teacher's Pet Machnathal Lion, right?
Yeah.
It's like... Let's see.
A random 3-cost beast, though. I kind of want a little bit more than that, you know? I want to get a little bit more value out of that one.
We know that pool's pretty good. Like, there are definitely some high rolls there. You know, you can get Mukla, you can get some things like that.
Oh,
but,
true.
Oh, here comes the aggression, though. It's gonna hurt a little bit.
That is not too bad. Just the rush effect on that does not help me very much.
I think I still like Teacher's Pet. Just gets something defensive down with the back 10.
Well, he can just one-shot it. I guess that's true. I'm concerned that the Bomb Wrangler might take 2 hits because of the 3-drop will often not quite have 3 attack. We can try to get 2 Zixor Death Rattles by doing the Lion and Zixor.
How scared are we of that Corcoran damage, though, at the same time, right? It's like,
I moves quickly.
I'm gonna do it.
Alright, go for it.
I'm actually gonna take out the Corcoran, I think. I think we can maybe utilize the bomb damage because we have a lot of death rattles. Like we don't really mind if like Terran gets hit with bombs or anything like that.
Might save 5 damage too. You know, if Chucky decides to hit here, it's kind of just acting as a taunt anyway. So
Yeah. All right, but we need something. We need something overpowered. So far, we're playing a very honest hunter game. Where's my OP combos?
we did have that one turn. We're kind of paying for it still, but we'll see.
True.
We'll see.
True.
I next turn we saw the option of Magnathal, Teacher's Pet. We'll see what Chucky does here though. Ooh,
Whoa! What's this?
Your flaws are your strength.
Give a damaged minion plus 3 attack and divine shield, and double Bloodsworn Mercenary.
I think Keita knows we weren't very nice last game.
I really need Unleash the Hounds and traps in this. Oh,
Ooh. There you
this is
go.
good. Okay.
Not bad, not bad.
Let's see. So we can take out the Bomb Wranglers. Wonder if there's any kind of different line of play here. There probably isn't. I think that's it.
Unleash and then Teacher's Pet after or something.
Yeah. 5 1s are just too scary.
Yeah, I mean, I don't trust that being on the board. Yeah, that's 15 damage. Gotta protect our face a little bit.
Okay. There we go. Oh man, this is a classic greedy crypt game with the coin still in hand. Not only that, we're playing a deck with Spell Burst. Oh my god, what have I done? The greed is overwhelming. Okay.
What are we gonna get? It's gonna be Patriarch? Is it gonna be Mukla? Somewhere in
I'm
the middle?
hoping we're gonna get something like a new ghoul that we didn't know existed that's gonna clear all his boombots and possibly have lifesteal.
There's another card right there too. Oh, another.
Oh, I
6.
guess that's not too bad.
You see that Coerce that he played as well?
Oh. Destroy a damaged minion combo. Destroy any minion for 3. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Who needs sap when you can just kill it for an extra mana? It's a rogue card as well there. Warrior is certainly familiar with efficient removal, right? So, you know, for warriors, that's a pretty good card. But rogues, oh boy. Spell based, you get those spell bursts going.
That feels different in Warrior, you know, just like slightly. Oh, we just want to. Hey, the coin might come into play here. We're gonna draw Zixor, right?
Right.
Oh, we did not draw Zixor. One of the new beasts, though.
We did have 3 in the deck, you know. Okay. Is right. Very Man, okay. I guess we're just playing cards to absorb hits here. And I think with that in mind, I'm going to try to kill the Armor Smith.
That was unlucky, I think. That was pretty unlucky.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm used to this.
But in normal circumstances, if you go Scavenger's Ingenuity into Wolf Retainer, pretty good, you know, to get that. Or just play it on
Under
one.
normal circumstances,
it's basically an alley cat on one as well, right? So
yeah. Oh boy, does he have more than just Reaper Sight? I mean, he's playing Pirates. I imagine he's got the Anchor. But a Reaper Sight here would be pretty tragic, both on clearing the board and killing us. You know, it's kind of a double threat.
Just going face. I'm more scared now. Okay, so he's testing the secret out, right?
Well, I actually do wonder if he knows. I don't know who makes these decks. You guys have me on here. It's like, here you go, Crip. Highlight this deck. I'm like, yes. And then I have no idea what's in it or who made it. So I don't know if Chalky actually knows what we're playing. Or maybe we do have an explosive trap in the deck or something like that. I feel like that was a play against explosive trap.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna need lots of help here.
We need something that probably doesn't exist in Hunter as well to kind of help. There's Sixor. Okay. But we don't have any taunts. So a little unfortunate with the Reaper Scythe up.
Okay. I have an idea.
What do we got?
Alright, so obviously we're dead, right? We're dead. We're dead. Totally. Just dead. Okay. But here's some cool stuff that I think we can do. Oh no, we can't do any cool stuff. No, we're just totally dead.
We're just dead. I was waiting for what is this magic plan, but we can also not give him like, you know, the glory. Maybe one of those bombs hits our face. Close enough.
There.
Best Terran ever, right there.
Yeah. Wow,
pretty
so
good.
cool. If only we had like 20 more health, this would work out really well. Yeah, see, that's what I was hoping for. A charity bomb play, and maybe it works. Oh.
Oh, damn. Well, thank you, Keaton, for at least giving us the attempt there. Yeah, I think, you know, that deck, it needs to really get on the board, get some minions. It can be very sticky with pack tactics and stuff like Teacher's Pet, but you definitely have to get going to get to that point.
Yeah. And it was a bit my bad. Yeah, so I was hoping some cards that didn't exist would come in and save us. It looks like we actually only missed one card. So we saw the Teacher's Pet. You know, pretty standard, nice defensive card. It's a Druid card as well, not bad. But we missed the Carrion Study. So this is the Hunter Study. Let's go through this one. What do you think here?
Yeah, it's one of those cards, you know, you think a bit more about stuff like Savannah Highmane, stuff like Teacher's Pet. You know, you pack a lot of those high-value Death Rattle minions in. There's also just, you play this on one, and then you get to play Bloated Python on two. That can be, you know, it's only a 1/2, but there's a lot of value in that minion as well.
Mm-hmm. And there's Overwhelm. So Overwhelm certainly, it uses the Wolpertinger art there. It's got a bunch of Wolpertingers. So Overwhelm is actually a really good card. We just kind of overlooked it because we started the game with it, and we really wanted to control the board, even though that failed spectacularly. But actually, that's a really good card, right? So, yeah, okay. We have Arcane Shot, and Arcane Shot is used for the more face-oriented targeting in most of the decks that include it. Actually, all of the decks that include it. But Arcane Shot's actually still a really good card to just control the board. This is like Arcane Shot in the way that it can hit minions, but it can do a lot more damage. So it's one more per beast. Like, I mean, if you have a healthy board of Death Rattle beasts, which kind of seemed like it was the deck we were supposed to be playing, in theory, if I played well and things worked out, you know, this can be like a one mana fireball a minion type of situation, which is really insane.
Yeah, with Unleash the Hound, something like that too. Definitely pretty good there. Wolpertainer, it wasn't the right situation for us to get Wolpertainer, but it can be a quite strong card. We've seen in the past, we've seen Alley Cat, but now has a little bit more added benefit with stuff like Ingenuity and cards of that nature.
Yeah, any kind of buffs are going to be transitioned on it. The Bloated Python would have worked pretty well if we didn't get cleaved, but we did get cleaved, unfortunately. And the Bark Stripper, that's quite an impressive card. Again, we were just playing against a bunch of small pirates and bombs. We didn't really have the matchup advantage that I thought we would have. I mean, this stuff would work really well against like more of a slow warrior deck trying to play big cards. But yeah, not quite a match we could have won, certainly with my slip up. All right,
let's take a look.
What
at
do the warrior
side,
have?
though. Yeah, what we got?
Shield of Honor. Oh boy. Man, that's a rough one to deal with.
Strong. It's it's good buff for Warrior Paladin. I think Warrior gets a little bit more added benefit there. They're able to damage their minions a bit more easily than say the Paladin is, but pretty good once you get a target, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you get any kind of target, it's amazing. You're just going to need a lot of a refresh because it's a situational one drop that you're often playing on a card that doesn't have too much health left. But if you can get it going reliably, that thing's just crazy. We have Coerce, so we talked about this card. I mean, it's just removal. It's an expensive execute, or you just destroy anything for 3. I think for a 3-cost card that you typically target a bigger thing with, it's very solid. Solid card. Nice that it's Rogue and Warrior. Probably see some play in one of the two at the very least. And the Reaper's Scythe. Man, this thing is terrifying.
Yeah, you can play this in slower matchups if you need something to just clear the board. But even the way Chalky was using it there, just played it on 4. Had some smaller spells as well. Stuff like Shield of Honor worked pretty well with it as well. And then you swing the board quite efficiently in that way.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, our next match is we're going to be playing Priest. So let's check that out. Now, these classes that we're showing off here, they're classes that haven't quite had all of their cards revealed. So we get to see a bit more of the identity and stuff. But personally, I really like the deck that probably not too many people like to play against. It's Res Priest. Man, I love Res Priest. And so far, before this reveal, Res Priest is looking pretty healthy this expansion.
There's some spicy stuff in this deck. I think we're going to be a bit more buff-oriented. We'll have to wait to see. But there's one of the new buffs right there, Power Word Feast.
Power Word Feast. Give a minion +2/+2. Restore it to full health at the end of this turn. That's interesting.
We actually concepted that out. It's supposed to be Priest of the Feast son going to Scholomance Academy and kind of pigging out there all to himself. So
there you go. All right. Not bad. Not bad. We got an Onyx Mage Scribe here. 2 random spells from your class, but I think we got to send that going. It's 6 drops.
And we're going up against Warlock. Okay.
Yeah, Warlock is so flexible, but I feel like, I'm playing the card reveal meta here. I feel like you guys are going to try to show off a lot of the new cards.
Ditch the Shadow Madness. Ditch the Shadow Madness. You're going to keep it?
No. I think it's going to be a pretty fast Warlock deck, because you want to show off those dual class cards, which are primarily like mid-range aggressive.
Okay, so you think we're going to be in the position of we're going to be playing a bit more defensive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right.
I got a Headmaster Kel'Thuzad. That's going to be fun.
Guys, I can
With that opener, though, just scrap him to open it up.
Okay.
A little heavy.
Okay.
Shadow Madness might come in handy, though. Shadow Madness
it might not,
okay.
because his stuff might be a bit too large for it, but we'll see.
There's going to be at least a 3/3, right?
Yeah, at least the Imp we can hit.
Dang.
Oh, okay, so we're playing part Galakron, I guess. Okay, gonna do one of these. There we go. All right.
We're going to find out pretty quickly how it's going to be, at least. How many?
Well, there's a lot of powerful Priest board clears, so, if some of them are in here, maybe this won't continue to be a disaster. I mean, I'm looking forward to some of these counters going off, but I'm just we'll have to see what's coming here.
We were looking for something like Frazzled Freshman to start us off. You know, a card like that where just start the 1-drop and get us going. But there's Tour Guide.
Tour Guide. So this is normally a 1/1. It's just buffed because of the imp effect. It is a 3/2 now, but it's a 1/1 for 1. Battle Cry, your next hero power cost is 0. So super high tempo push.
God, even Shadow Madness isn't that great here.
Okay. Yeah, Shadow Madness doesn't clear a whole lot. It's like I can basically kill off the 3/2, but I can kind of do that with Penance.
We can Thought Seal first, yeah.
Battlecry, give your other minions rush. 1 for a 1/1. I mean, it can help clear a little bit, but overall it's not great. So the issue with Penance is I won't be able to heal, but if I don't use it this turn, I'll take like 3 more damage anyway. So maybe I'll just Penance that. I don't know. I don't feel great about anything right now.
Yeah, I think we do need to spend it at least, right?
Okay.
Feels a little bad, but
Let's just kind of slow down the damage that we're about to take.
like Broomstick, Shadow Madness next turn or something like that. We'll see, or maybe just 5 mana 4/6. See what happens.
Well, Spellburst is not like Battlecry, right? Like if we're playing some kind of res mechanics later, we're gonna get the Spellburst trigger again, right?
Yes, it will come back. It will for Rest Mechanic.
Well, that's not bad.
Oh, so we're a Highlander deck. Okay, awesome.
I think I am gonna play it. So it says Spellburst, but actually it's Taunt.
It will take a little bit of commitment from his side, right? Scrap Imp and the
But I mean, he's got to kill it. This card is just too dangerous with the Spellburst effect. This is too dangerous. I mean, he doesn't know that we can't actually use it. Yeah, we can't use it. But he doesn't know that. It has Taunt. Ah, so good. Okay, we're setting up for a half-decent Shadow Madness. Okay, no. Okay. Actual decent Shadow Madness now. Oh, what's this? Raise Dead. Deal 3 damage to your hero. Return 2 friendly minions that died this game to your hand. Ooh.
Yeah, pretty
It's a priest
spicy.
and a warlock card.
You are doing some of the res stuff, you know, you can do it that way. Or just good value even if you're playing more of an aggressive Zoo-style deck as well.
The Mage Scribe isn't bad. It may give us something to actually come back this game, so I think I'm just going to slam it. Let's go. Oh, wait, that's a Spellburst? Oh, rip. Okay. It's fine. It's Taunt. It has Taunt, just like
yeah,
last time.
It's a 4/9 taunt, right? It's a pretty big taunt. So.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. This is exactly what I was trying to do, actually. Exactly. All right. We've not deviated from the plan whatsoever.
You here for the tour?
More
Just
tour
like
guys.
we're Soul Mirror away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that would be really nice.
Warlock doesn't actually have much of a card advantage because we haven't played much. So, you know, positives there. Oh my. These 1-drops don't look like 1-drops anymore at all.
Neither does that card there. Ooh, Matron coming down. There's a 9/7. Okay.
Okay, I think there's some plays here. Oh, Shadow Word Death, that makes perhaps for a few different plays. I was actually thinking we Shadow Madness the carpet and then buff it up. It would be a 3 attack, and then this would be 5. Oh no, that wouldn't actually do it. Okay, never mind. I guess we just got to Shadow.
We can also
Shadow Word Death something.
we can like Shadow Madness the carpet, run it into the Matron anyway, and then just def the
Just
Matron
slow him down.
afterwards, and then maybe the Broomstick after that for the 3/1, right?
Yeah, let's just do it. Oh no, we gotta run it in first. Let's just get that off the board.
Not bad, right?
Of course, not bad. It's the play you suggested.
2 turns.
Of course,
too. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. We're getting
That was
there.
the best play, though. Well done, well done. All right. We still have a half decent health total. He's probably going to continue to play buffed cards. I don't think Morazan plays the buffed versions, so still a bit of a struggle here. Oh, and if we mirror a carpet turn, because we're not the ones playing them, like what? Ooh, does that work? Actually, don't know.
You're not playing the card, you'll just summon it in play, right?
Yeah.
We could
Oh, what's
go
this?
for Soul Mirror
Discover
there.
a spell from your deck if you're holding a dragon. Okay.
Or we just Murzond. But Murzond's not too great, right? Gives us 1 taunt, but that's... What do you think?
I mean, it'll be a 1/3 taunt, and he has a carpet,
Yeah,
which means
yeah.
it's actually not a 1/3 taunt at all. It's just going to get destroyed. So that would be 3/3. He'll hit us for 11. If he has 2 more damage, we're dead.
Let's
What's the chance he has 2 more damage? Pretty high, probably.
Let's dig.
I think we got to gamble.
Destruction they come.
Alright,
Hey, Soul Mirror.
I think that's what we want. Right?
Yeah, seems
Yeah.
pretty good to me.
Yeah.
If you're holding a spell, discover a spell from your deck. Is this the spell from our deck?
Yes, it draws a spell from your...
Oh, okay, so we don't have another Soul Mirror in the deck.
No, we are.
Okay.
This is our vote.
This is our moment, basically.
Carpet's like still super scary, but we know we can't go face this turn at least for too much, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, the thing is, even though we have the same carpet, his carpet's a lot scarier than ours.
Yes. Like, all the 1-drops that we have right now in our hand.
Yeah.
Those dragons will be 1-drops though. Later on. You know,
Demonic
dragons-
Studies. Discover a demon. Your next one costs 1 less. Okay, interesting. He's at 10 health. Are there any 9-mana Pyroblast new priest cards coming up?
We'll see. There is something I think that can save us. We'll see if we
Holy Firer?
Holy Fire.
No? Okay.
Greater Holy Fire.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh my. 7 looks
Look how much damage
pretty
we've done
low.
this game, though. Yeah, look how much we've been able to chip away.
Wait, we haven't done any. What do you mean how much damage we've done? We haven't done any.
Oh man.
Can't be targeted by
Dang.
spells or hero powers. Wow. It's pretty good. Okay, how much damage is he threatening here? So, that's 11, he's got 14. 14 is pretty scary. He did play the Voidwalker this turn.
We know
but
we have a breath in our deck, right? So, but it only takes out the Flame Imp. It prevents lethal.
I guess?
Maybe. Okay, Zephyrus.
I don't think Zephyrus is going to find the
No.
solution here.
Yeah. Well, we can just heal, right?
Just heal, and then Zephyrs for the win next turn?
Yeah. That's
Does Zephyrs do
damage,
7?
though. 7 damage. I think we're off. We're off by just a little bit.
He'll just tap, it's fine. No. Chucky's a team player.
Okay, alright. Sign us up.
There you go. Just Pit Lord. Easy Pit Lord. And not a demon that will kill us.
Oh, there we go. There's Ray's dead. I feel like he's gonna kill us. Wisp?
Is he gonna kill
Wisp
us?
into what? I'm really scared. Oh, more Jiraxis!
Yes.
My demonic
He
studies.
has killed us with a demon.
Good job, Keaton.
That's a pretty good demon.
Alright, so we almost
Man.
got there. We had a pretty heavy hand to start, you know, but Zephyrus was just 1 turn away from really... I mean, may have won the game, right? So...
I feel like Zephyrs is always 1 turn away. All right. Well, we actually missed a number of priest cards here. So we had Raise Dead. That's going to be a very interesting card. I think, man, like it looks really powerful in Zoo, but in the exact match we played, he got really low from playing all these 1-drops and Raise Dead. So it's one of those things where, like, I guess if there's no deck in the meta with much face damage, it'll probably run rampant, but I feel like if it does, it'll probably just become a new deck in the meta that just does face damage. So that's going to be a bit of a struggle to really go in the Zoo deck consistently, but it's so flexible, right?
There's also some fun stuff with Gandling, right? You can Gandling, Wisp, Raise Dead, Wisp, and then all of a sudden your board is full of 4/4s and Gandling, so that's a pretty crazy turn right there.
Okay. We got Draconic Studies. This is the Priest Study. We did not get this one. Discovers a dragon, and the next one costs 1 less. Pretty good. I mean, there's some new dragons down there, so we'll get to those in a second. We went through Power Word Feast. Then we have the Legendary. What's this about? We got Mind Render Elusia. It's a 1/3 for 2, and it swaps hands and decks with opponent until the next turn.
Yeah, she's crazy.
What's the crazy? What's the crazy? What's the crazy situation?
There's definitely
Where's
some
the crazy?
stuff, you know, like
Explain.
Say you're going against Quest Warlock. Well, they gotta be on edge a little bit, right? They have to make sure they play those 0-mana cards, things like that, or just even those combo pieces that you can play out of their hand, things of that nature. There's also, I think it changes the way you play against Priest sometimes too, because if you're on Coin and they just have this on 2, and they don't have anything that you could play the next turn, say all their cards cost 4, you can just, as the Priest, play a Lucia, take out their Coin, maybe play a 1-drop alongside it, and then give your opponent a hand of nothing too. So there's a lot of like ways you can disrupt your opponent with it, try to take out combo pieces, or even try to, you know, gain that crazy extra turn. That's one I think that's one of the best things you can do with it. But I think in the late game, there's a lot of value in when you're playing against a Priest. You really need to keep this card in mind for like from now on.
It's until your next turn though. So like you get to mess with your opponent first, which is better than messing with your opponent second. But your opponent does mess with you later too, right? Yes. This is a double. I mean, I love cards like these. I love the huge power with consequence, right? I love that. I love that duality, and this card certainly has it. But I mean, you're gonna get messed with too. How do you prevent getting messed with, right?
Yeah, you have to think about, hey, if I give them my high value card, what are they gonna do with it too? Like one of those things like, well, if you're holding Murzond, they're just gonna play the Murzond right after you play all their cards too. So definitely have to figure out what the best deck construction for that is.
Mm-hmm. And we got some new dragons here. So you got to keep in mind with dragons, we had Descent of Dragons, the whole thing. There are a lot of dragon mechanics that kind of flow into just dragons existing. There's so many cards to discover dragons. There's so many synergies if you're holding a dragon. So these cards are not like just at face value, where we're often we do discuss cards kind of like in a vacuum. With dragons, a little bit different. So we got Plagued Proto-Drake. It's 8 for an 8/8 Death Rattle. Summon a random 7-cost minion. So, you know, pretty good if you're playing Res Priest. Obviously super slow, but then, you know, wouldn't you love this off of an Alistraza for 1? That would be nice, wouldn't it?
It's pretty good off that. We also have like some recruit style decks in Paladin and Warrior, where this is a really good piece as well. You know, just some of those. If you're playing that very value oriented matchup late, you just want something you can get on the board that's going to be quite sticky.
We have another one here, Crimson Hothead. Again, once again, a dragon. 4 for a 3/6. These are great stats to go up against aggressive decks. And the spell burst is gain 1 attack and taunt. So it's kind of an interesting spell burst, right? Because usually with spell burst minions, your opponent, if he's scared of the effect, they'd kill the card right away. But if they kill this card right away, it's as if it actually completed its spell burst, because it's then just a taunt with 6 health.
Yeah, it's like, do you want it to be taunt now or taunt later? You know, I think do you want to get your damage in is kind of the way you're going to be playing up against it, I guess.
Yeah, and I like that. I mean, it's a neutral. I think it's going to see a lot of play. Ray's dead. I feel like this is going to be one of those really wild cards. I feel like people are going to play it at the start in like just the zoo deck because like, well, I want to bring back one drops and play him again. But I think they're going to quickly realize you can't just like blindly, dunk it into those like zoo warlock. You're going to take too much damage, right? But I feel like it's going to be a card that's going to come back. It's like this card is going to, the power level is so high. It's a 0-cost spell with a good effect. It's going to come back.
Well, we got Keen down to 7 that game. We didn't do any damage to him
4.
the entire 4.
4 before he Jiraxes.
Yeah, exactly. Right, so you have to be a little careful. It's not, it does matter. It's not something you can just not give a thought about. 3 damage to yourself is going to be a lot over the course of like many cards. So if you're playing this and Flame Imp, and all of a sudden you're going to be dealing 10 to 15 damage to yourself throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, and then Demonic Studies obviously is not too interesting, and then your opponent gets an 8th-cost Jiraxis.
Pretty good.
Like,
Pretty good.
Honestly, man, you got to really think about it. So the main thing that made Jiraxis like relevant in the history of Hearthstone, right? It's when you could play him for 8 mana. That's when Jiraxis is actually good, right? Unless people are playing really heavy burn to the face decks. In general, he was played when you could play him for 8 mana consistently. Well, that's it, right? Is Jiraxis coming back? Because like it's not the demon that you discover from Demonic Studies that cost 1 less. It's the next demon that you play. So if you have Jiraxis in your deck, you can just play Demonic Studies for whatever, and then follow up with an 8 mana Jiraxis.
Yeah, you always want to get that hero power out. Then there's Animated Broomstick. I think this one in Zoo can play rather nicely. You're just able to chain some stuff together, give all your minions rush, and try to get that swing back.
Carpet Light. And then we got Robes of Protection. I mean, that seems really powerful. The closest to this was the anti-Magic Shell Death Knight card, which was a complete blowout. But this doesn't have the stat boost, so we don't have too much experience with the effect alone. But I imagine that's really powerful.
Yeah, it's not one of those cards you're always going to play on 3 most of the time, but as Keaton showed, you're able to build up that board, then play this, and then limit the options coming from your opponent. So it's one of those like tech cards depending on what's in the meta, and sort of if Zoo's in the meta, maybe this is something they get to slot in as well.
All right, then we have Desk Imp. Let's be honest here.
It's a cute card, right?
Have we killed off Wisp? Did you do this? Who's responsible for killing Wisp?
Hey, Wisp is in that deck too, right? So you have Wisp and you have Desk Imp to play alongside Gandling. So you have a number of options, on that turn where if you do want to build your deck in that hyper aggressive way and go all out for Gandling, you can.
Now, Desk Imp, like Demon may have been like a downside before, but with the change for Sacrificial Pact, you can't hit your opponent's cards anymore. I guess you just play demons because they're cooler. That's a rip Wisp to me, unless you play both. And yeah, there's certainly cases for playing both.
Also, philosophy
the reader,
too. Philosophy.
The reader we talked about recently, and then we have the tour guide. So tour guide seems pretty nice. I mean, if you're going like for hyper tempo self damage dealing Warlock, I mean that seemed to work. I wonder where else you might play him because it is a neutral card after all.
Yeah, Paladin and Shaman, I think, are some of the winners in that department, right? Paladin just likes to make a silver hand, and then Shaman gets to play a totem, right? For some of their totem Shaman turns, getting Tour Guide on 1 and get some of your totems going, it can be really important.
That's true. We had the 1-cost 2/1/1s in Paladin in the past, right? And that's basically what it is, but it's a little bit worse later in the game because you can't do... It's not like a 3-mana 3/1/1s. Like, if you have 3 mana, if you have 3 mana, you do 2/1/1s and you save your 0 for a following turn. Actually, that's pretty flexible, right? Because it's the next one. It's not the next one this turn.
Yes.
Certainly a lot to it. All right, final game for the night, guys. We're heading into Druid. Let's see what Druid is going to look like in the upcoming expansion.
Went up against a Paladin. I bet this is one of the recruit-style Paladins. And what do we have going on, though, here? Oh, it's the Survival of the Fittest deck.
What am I supposed to do with that card?
You're supposed to give all your minions on the board +4/+4 and hit them in the face, or just, start having all the value. I think we're probably just pitching this hand, though, right?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, Survival of the Fittest is obviously like, you know, Kael'thas insanity. Okay. To make the most of it, you gotta be playing like minions. And Kael'thas, you want to play spells. So I wonder where like the balance is there.
There's like our overgrowth though into, you know, nature studies on 1, overgrowth on 3 maybe. So we're gonna be getting some mana this game for sure.
Oh my god, it's turn 1 and I don't know what to do.
We got 2 nature.
We got 2 nature studies. Discover a spell. Your next one costs 1 less. We have the Lightning Bloom, which is the pre-nerf innervate, but it has overload, but it's a shaman card. So like, I don't even know. I feel like what I want to do is nature studies and just potentially discount a coin overgrowth. And we have a lot of ramp, but no value.
Overflow, right?
I'm thinking overflow here. So what do you think of coin overgrowth next turn?
Well, the coin would get rid of the studies, right?
Oh!
So that'd be bad. That'd be really bad for us.
Man! I almost prep coined.
No, I think we're just hero powering here, and then next turn, yeah, just rip the over.
No, I mean, we can play a free nature studies, and there may be value in that.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I mean,
I don't know if Embiggen would be good. I don't know what's in the deck.
it's probably not terrible, but I think we're running some like sort of Kael'thas stuff, right? So, how much do we want those cards to really cost 1 more? We're gonna have a lot of mana. Germination might just save us, like in some situation. So.
How does Germination even work with Kael'thas? It wouldn't, I guess. We just have a backup plan.
But if you have a Spellburst minion, you'll copy that and you'll retain the Spellburst, right? On the other copy. So,
oh, I see.
And they can do something else after that.
So is Spellburst after you cast a spell? So
it's after you cast it. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, well, we set up for this, so we're committed. We got overgrowth going. We have an overflow soon, possible. I mean, as long as he's playing really slow stuff. He did a call to adventure. Okay.
Oh no. That's bad. That's bad news. Okay.
Okay. We gotta get going.
Yeah.
My people are addicted to it.
This could be a really good turn for us. Let's see what we get. Need another small spell though. Dang. Oh, we can still Lightning Bloom Bog. No, yeah, we can Lightning Bloom Bog Beam.
Would that work?
Right? Well, the next spell is gonna cost less, right? After that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
yes,
because
yes,
Kael'thas again. Is it survival?
I think I'm gonna hit that in case of like. What? No. Yeah, survival is fittest. Let's
survival.
go.
Yeah. So now we have a lot of big minions. So.
Yes. So even if things go badly, we can play a Lake Thresher next turn. We have Groundskeeper. If you're holding a spell that costs 5 more, I love this card. I love that. If you're gonna ask one of my favorite cards of expansion, that's the one. We have Guardian Animals. So summon 2 beasts that cost 5 or less from your deck, give them rush, and I believe they would retain the buffs.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder.
Did we whiff on Anubisoth? I don't think we did.
No,
it didn't count the one that was played for 0.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
Oh,
we got duel. Whoa, that's adventurous. What's this?
Our cards are buffed though, so that's actually pretty good for us. I think that means Keaton's gonna duel again though.
My favorite.
Oh,
that's
man.
not bad for us either. That was really good
This
for
game
us.
is over. Call it.
We're not that far off, right? We're pretty close.
While a minion has stealth, it cannot taunt.
I got some sick tips. Okay. No, let's do germination. I want backup Kael'thas.
My people are addicted
This is
to
a good
it.
turn. This is a very good turn. I think we want to draw some cards, don't we?
Forget card draw.
All right,
I want a really big board. Oh wait. After its attacks, draw 2 cards. Oh, okay. This is good.
That was those 2 duels for us weren't bad at all. Look at that.
I have to say, Chalky either really has to like go to the bathroom or something, or he was very generous for this stream. Thank you, Chalky. You are the MVP tonight.
Okay, all right. Kalthos up his own. Let's see.
Oh wait. Oh this. No, wait. Give me Divine Shield, then summon 1 copy. Wait! I spoke too soon. Oh.
Rise to the challenge.
Does get the commencement into Terralion, but we just
That's
have
it?
too much. Yeah, we got too much now. So pretty good for us. Pretty good game.
I want to play another Survival of the Fittest.
All right.
We did
Here
it.
we go. Let's go. Not bad. I mean, just look at those stats. That's one of the things, like Survival of the Fittest with Kalthos can be really, really powerful, as we're seeing right here.
Oh, the BM heal.
Giving him the heal. He's already dead.
The incredible overkill. Oh, wait. Oh, rip. Okay, fine. Let's kill him, draw 2 cards. This is my favorite play.
Pretty good. Wow.
I have to say, that match seemed really rigged against Chalky. He was playing a dual deck, and we were playing gigantic beasts with spells.
It was not the best duel for him. Actually, both duels, right? Just got the 4/9 off, and then we just had giant moves because of Survival of the Fittest.
I would further correct that to say that nothing went in the favor of Chalky at all. Oh, what a ride. Oh, man, I'm so happy we ended on that. I gotta play that deck on servers now. Okay. Oh, no. Soon enough, anyway. August 6th. Teacher's Pet. We've seen that earlier. It is a Hunter and a Druid card. So, maybe a bit more relevant in Druid, because Druids do want to stall a lot more. Just, I mean, a random 3-drop for Druid is just like, here's something else you're going to have to kill just to kind of stall out the game some more. Twilight Runner, though. Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Man, I thought that was a card that I already knew. Like, you know, some stealth, like, you know, Jaguar or something. Okay, whatever. But no, actually, that card's insane.
And all these beasts here are 5 or less, right? So that's the thing. Guardian Animals
Oh.
summons 2 beasts in your deck that cost 5 or less. So mainly you're putting 5-cost beasts. Sometimes you're putting 4-cost beasts in there as well. And that gives them rush, though. So Twilight Runner is able to come out. Yes, it has stealth, you know, but hey, you want to draw some cards sometimes too. So you can play on 5 with the stealth, or you can wait for Guardian Animals to take it out. Lake Thresher, also a card that benefits a lot from having rush from Guardian Animals.
Yeah, well, Lake Thresher, I think if you don't get it off of Guardian Animals, it's probably a bit of a tough sell, I think. Like, I don't know if we'll see Lake Thresher in too many other decks. We'll definitely see it in this one. But the Twilight Runner seems out of control. Like, oh my god. Like, I just... Like, I used to start a Druid deck by putting 2 swipes and 2 Wraths, and now I'm going to start by making a Druid deck by putting 2 swipes, 2 Wraths, and 2 Twilight Runners.
Yeah, it's a good card. So there's a lot of good beasts, you know, there for Druid and Hunter. See how those decks play differently. This is the piece in Druid that sets it a little bit apart from the Hunter variant of what that deck may be.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if we missed any Paladin or Paladin dual class cards there. Ooh, Wave of Apathy. There we go. Set the attack of all enemy minions to 1 until your next turn. So, okay, it's Paladin. Paladin can, like, kind of set up, like, an equality clear, or, man, I forget what that card's called. It sets, it's for 6, and you got a weapon, and you can just, you know, ping him down, but you don't necessarily have to use the weapon. So there's a few ways a Paladin can kind of neutralize a board on the following turn, but there's even more ways a Priest can neutralize a board on the following turn. For me, this is much more exciting of a Priest card, because it's like, okay, I'm going to take very little damage next turn, and I'm going to get an even better board clear on a follow-up.
Yeah, for Paladin, you know, if you can take advantage of those trades, it can be really good because you're just being a bit more efficient. But on the priest side, stuff like Cabal Acolyte or, you know, Shadow Priest, like stuff like that, it's like, oh, okay, I can steal some stuff, or even Pain, you know, Shower Pain, stuff like that to take care of enemies as well. Commencement.
So I didn't even I didn't even see how much this cost because he used it off of the stolen Kael'thas. So it's a 7-cost card. Summon a minion from your deck, give it Taunt and Divine Shield. So yeah, it was certainly a revival of the dual Paladin. One of my favorite Paladins, by the way, because both this and dual encourage you to play really big cards that have, strong effects. And adding Taunt and Divine Shield to a strong effect big card is really menacing, honestly.
And it's a warrior card too. So, we wanted to make sure that warrior and paladin were both able to look at some previous cards like duel and are summoning 2 copies of a minion from your deck. And this sits in between both of their recruit style cards and hopefully makes them both able to create some big variants of their deck.
And the Judicious Junior, it's a 4/9 lifesteal. So actually, normally you'd be super, super happy with a 4/9 stat line for 6. But with lifesteal, 4 attack, I guess lifesteal minion sticking around is more important than anything else, right? So I guess that's about as good as it gets, right?
And it's okay, dual target
stats
as well, right? You pull it out, it attacks immediately, hopefully take something out. Not in the case that we saw today, though. Our minions were just a bit bigger than 4/9.
Yeah, I mean, normally when you play a card like Duel, it's not going to hit your opponent's gigantic, super buffed monstrosities. More of the time, it's more of, the Flame Imp variety. So yeah, in that case, it would have worked out a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that's all the cards we got on the stream for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the playthrough. It was certainly quite a ride. I'm so happy it ended as it did. Always a reminder in Hearthstone, there's some real gem. There's some really memorable games from time to time, and fortunately we experienced one today with Chalky's dual deck against us. Wow, how about that? A lot of info for you guys here, so don't get going quite away. There's going to be more cards, not on this stream, but on the official Hearthstone channels. There's going to be a few more cards being released for you guys to tantalize on. And a few other things coming up. What do we have, Alec?
Yeah, just go to playhearthstone.com. You'll see all the cards for Scholomance Academy. Remember, Scholomance Academy is releasing on August 6th. You still have time to pre-purchase and everything, and pre-release weekend is coming up as well. Crip, I think you are going to be playing on stream a little bit tomorrow, too.
That's right. So we have there's always going to be these pre-expansion events, and the ones nearest to us today, we're going to have a Theorycraft session. I'm playing in it along with 15 other content creators. We're going to check out what can be possible with some of the new expansion cards. Blizzard has given us an opportunity for a theory crafting session once again. Thank you for that. You guys can check that out tomorrow. And there's going to be possibly maybe a little bit of an interesting update tomorrow as well for everyone to play through. And if you guys want to check that out, I believe the patch notes should be out soon. Soon, TM, one of the two.
Yeah, and honestly, thank you so much, Crip, for coming on today. It was a great stream. I'm glad we got that last game in as well. That was definitely a fun one to end on. Remember, everyone, Scholomance Academy coming to you August 6th. See you soon. Can't wait for you to get your hands on all the cards. Thank you.
And get those pre-orders in. Pre-orders are going to be up until the night of the 5th. So a lot of goodies. Personally, okay, I get them every single time. Okay, I'll be honest. But golden packs. Thank you, Blizzard. Thank you.
And thank you, Crip. See y'all later.